What's going on, people? Vape Man here. Gonna review a new product for you. Actually, something that hasn't even been released yet. It was unveiled yesterday at Carolina Conquest at Carolina E-Cigs in Fort Mill, South Carolina. And I was there yesterday, had an awesome time. But anyway, that's not why I'm here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about this, which is the 99 by Vapergate. Started hearing about it a couple weeks ago, and was originally just told it was a copper tube mod, which was pretty cool because I'm a mech guy right now. Kind of fluctuate back and forth sometimes. But anyway, copper tube, I was like, all right, yeah, I can get into that. Then I heard it was stacked, so my interest went from here to here. Then somebody told me it was a 26650 stack, and my interest went to the ceiling because I absolutely love 26650 mods. For review purposes, got you a couple iJoy batteries here. And the obese Buddha, which is probably going to look ridiculous on top of this because it's going to be huge. I don't exactly know the dimensions of this, but I'm guessing, well, I'm not sure. We'll find out. I did kind of take a peek at it yesterday a little bit, but I didn't put really much detail into my observing it. I just wanted to take a quick peek at it because I was that excited. I just had to see it. So let's go ahead and open it up, give you guys a peek at it too. Take the cap off like that. Got your Mason logo on a little tag on one of the strings from the velvet pouch. Got the Mason logo here and here also. They let you know where they're at. Get sent down there in the bottom. We'll show you here in a second. There's the pouch. So actually, let's go ahead and show you that now. It'll come out. Ooh. You know, these things always got to give me a hard time on camera. If I were to open this any other time, not on camera, it would just slide right out. Alright. In this little baggie. Is there 3? No, there is. There's not 2, but 3 resistance bands. Them are not just extra bands for the contact at the bottom. Them are actually different. They have different resistance to them. So that's how you would adjust the button. If you don't like the way the button feels, the way it is when you pull it out, you can take the one that's off there on, or on there off. Yeah. Put one of the other ones on there and adjust it to a different throw, which is pretty cool that they give them to you, and that there is a way to do that. All right, so on top, because the lighting stinks in here, and I know that, I bring my own. Well, actually, that ain't too bad right there. Can you see it? There it is. Look at that. I found an angle that works. But you got the Mason logo on the top cap. You got the Mason logo. Can you see it? Can you see it now? Mason logo on the bottom. Sorry for the lighting. Sorry for the crappy camera. But hey, I'm a new guy, so you get new guy status. You get new guy equipment, and that is my phone and a cheap flashlight and a house with bad lighting. So I do accept donations for new housing and new lighting because the light bulbs here stink too. I'm joking. Don't send me no money. Right along the top. Can I make that focus? Nope. Yeah, wishful thinking. But along the top cap, it is laser etched. You're not going to be able to see it. I apologize. I'm trying to. Anyway, I'm not going to waste a lot of time making it so you guys can read that because it's not going to really be legible on camera. But starting here, going over here, it says the 99 by Vapergate. And it also says it on the other side, the 99 by Vapergate. So it's actually etched twice into that top cap. And on the bottom, it's etched broadside on one side and Vapergate on the other. And the etching is really clean. You can tell it's not something they just threw together real quick, which is good. As far as quality goes, just from appearances, and only having it less than 12 hours, it appears to be pretty darn good quality. The threads actually feel really good. That's one thing I checked yesterday, is the threading, because that lets you know quality of materials and craftsmanship, and they are pretty smooth. Actually, not pretty smooth. They're damn smooth. I'm just going to put that out there. Sorry for your ears. So that comes apart that's another thing. I just took the top off yesterday. That comes apart just like a broadside. You got your Delrin button down there, of course, and then the button housing. When you take this off, guys, that bottom button will just fall right out. And if you're anything like me, the first time it falls out and goes rolling and you can't find it, it stinks. And you have to have people help you find it, which is kind of embarrassing at times. But anyway, this bottom contact, you just kind of wiggle it and it comes right out. You just pull it right out. I like being gentle with stuff. But that resistance band, like I was talking about earlier, is right there. And if you want to change it, you just pull it out of there. Be careful when you do that, though, because this piece is 3 pieces. And when you're trying to wiggle it apart, you can lose one of them pieces, and then you won't be able to use your mod. So just be careful with that. The rest of the contact is down there with the the flathead adjustment, which is why I have a flathead around here somewhere just in case I need it. I also have a Phillips head and just about anything else I could need. But anyway, let's go ahead and put this thing back together. And these batteries I showed you a minute ago, they are fully charged. I actually just pulled them off the charger. Because if you're going to review something, you're going to see how much power something's got. You might as well have some full batteries. For those of you that have never owned a broadside, the main adjustment is up here. This contact just pulls right out. There's no threading there. It's just pretty much a press fit into that hole. You just kind of put it in there and push it all the way in. Make sure it's nice and flush. And then you take your RDA and you screw it in. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see this on camera or not. I'm going to go ahead and screw this in. And you can feel right there it starts to get tension on it. And now once you start screwing it in, it's going to push that bottom contact out. See how it's not flush anymore? You can see how it's got a little gap in there, right? Okay? Doing it that way makes it so that you know for sure there's a good contact between the RDA and that contact. Some of you know that. Most of you know that. Some of you might, but just in case you don't, it is information that you just learned. You're welcome. Put your batteries in. Because it is a stacked mod, make sure you put your batteries both in the same way. Otherwise, bad things can happen. We don't like bad things. And then just screw that in. I need to vape. Do you vape, bro? Yeah, I vape. Finish screwing this top cap in. And see if we need to make any adjustments. Okay. I just got really lucky. Extremely lucky. I didn't have to adjust anything. But we're going to pretend I do because you guys need to know if you don't know. Alright. This bottom piece right here, aside from just pushing it in, bottom contact, the larger part here does screw to the left or the right to adjust the height of that so that you have a contact to your battery. Pushing it in and screwing the RDA on, make sure you have contact from the RDA to the contact. Adjusting this bottom part, make sure you have contact from the contact to the battery. I'm not going to do it because it is extremely lucky for it to be already where it needs to be. I've never had that happen before, so I'm not gonna drop that. I am not gonna mess with Karma because Karma is a son of a gun. You'd have seen a grown man cry if I would have dropped that. Let's vape on that. always make sure when you do a review, if you do a review, that you don't have dry cotton, because that really hurt. Mainly because I kind of scorched my throat a little bit yesterday at a comp. But anyway, let's try that again. She's definitely producing some vapor. And that wasn't because it wasn't wet. Found out why I scorched my lungs yesterday. That has a hot lead. So that's going to have to be fixed before I use that RDA again. Yay, fun times. Anywho. Alright, let's go ahead and find my paper towel. Clean that top cap off. Because I'm trying not to put anything away all juicy. Overall, I'd rate this mod a solid 9 out of 10. 10 being fantastic. 10 being can't get no better. And I will tell you the truth. And this is just personal preference. Well, let's put it this way. We're going to grade it two ways. Performance-wise, 10 out of 10. No problems at all. I mean, extra bonus that it was already said. It was like Yosh knew what batteries I'd be using, what RDA I'd be using. And set it up for me. Dropped the batteries in, screwed the RDA on, and it worked right away. So there's no problem with that. I'm assuming, let's take this back apart, this bottom button housing. I'm assuming that bottom piece will adjust, and it does. I just didn't want to assume without checking, just to further be able to adjust your mod. So now I can grade it properly. So performance-wise, it's definitely a 10 out of 10. No problems with it. The batteries slide in and out of there nice. There's a little room for movement, which you want, because if the batteries, when they get warm, swell a little bit, you want them to have that room to swell. You don't want it to be so tight in there that instead of swelling out, they swell up. That can cause bad things. So it's actually good that they're loose fitting in there just a little bit. You want to hear a little bit of rattle. As far as visual goes, I'm going to score it a 9 out of 10 just because of my personal preferences. I like tubes that have designs on them. That's just my personal preference. I do actually like that along this top cap it is etched. Because a lot of you guys know from the other broadsides, it's just that bottom that says broadside with your serial number on the other side. I'm not sure where they're going to put the serials on these, because this one is an unserialized one. Of course, there's no serial number. I'm guessing they're probably going to either put it above the broadside or above the Vapergate, or they might put it, instead of putting it this way, they might put it that way. I don't know. That's one thing we'll have to find out when they actually are released. But yeah, that definitely gets 2 thumbs up from the Vape Man. And I look forward to using it. So we're going to wrap this up. Yosh, you guys did a good job. Thanks to you and your team. Thanks to Vapergate and Broadside for putting out this product that we can use and enjoy. And yeah, I look forward to seeing more from them. Did I put my stuff back in there? Yep. Anyway, as always, this is Vape Man saying, vape on, vape safe, vape smart. Vape Man out. See you, bye.